Hey guys, what's up? Thanks for visiting Turnlabels. We put together this quick video to demonstrate how to use our design studio that will allow you to customize any mixer, slip mat, sticker, and t-shirt of your choice. So to begin, go ahead and click Create Your Own Custom DJ Equipment. And if you notice, right here on Categories, we have a list on everything that you can customize. For this example, I'm going to go ahead and stick with this mixer right here. So go ahead and click Customize Now. And once that loads, the first couple things you'll see are our layer manager and our actual display. Anytime you want to change something in your design, whether it be the color or the size, you would come to Edit Layers and your layer manager will pop up. And anytime you do so, it will instantly pop up in our display. This is kind of a what you see is what you get. So to begin, I'm going to kind of show you how this works. So if you notice, we have our logo right here. Let's say I wanted to change this red to a blue. I would simply just click on this arrow, and this opens up a new tab. We have colors, size, position, and layers. So let's say I wanted to change this red to a blue. Simply just click blue and it instantly changes. Also, if I wanted to change the size, I would just grab one of these corner arrows and click and drag. Same with position, click and drag. So again, we have the size, position, and layers. So anything that you can do here, you can also do here. So as you notice, as I click these arrows, it increases in size. I can also just type in any number and it would change. Let's say that you wanted the width to increase, but you didn't want the height to change. You would simply just click this lock button right here, and you can type in 200. And there the height changes, but the width stays. You also have the option to rotate it, but I'm going to go ahead and leave mine alone. Let's go ahead and head back to the layer manager. So all you got to do is hit Edit Layers. If you ever want to delete something from your layer manager, you simply come to Edit Layers and click the X on the layer you prefer to delete. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Moving down on the list, we have the actual skin. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the arrow. And if you notice, again, colors, size, position, and layers pop up. I don't really like this orange in the design, so I'm going to go ahead and change that. Again, you can change this to any color you feel like. I'm going to change that to blue. And possibly I'm going to make those match. Okay. As a side note, you're not going to want to touch the size or position of the actual template because it will mess it up in printing. Moving on, I'm going to go ahead and go back to our layer manager. The next layer down is our actual background. So let's say you wanted to change this black to blue. Go ahead and hit the arrow. Same thing, pick the color you like and you notice it instantly changes. So let's say you had your own logo that you wanted to implement into this design. Simply come up here to Upload Image. Select your image. Find your image on your computer. And go ahead and hit Continue. And once that loads, you'll notice that it instantly pops up on our display. So I'm going to go ahead and resize this like I did before. I'll position it right here. And if you notice, you have the options to change the colors. So I'm going to do so and change that to blue. And I'm going to go ahead and center that by hitting this button right here. And I like the way that looks. I kind of want to briefly go over how this layer manager works. If you ever notice something's wrong and for some reason your design's not showing up, it could be that your actual design is under your background. So if you notice, this is on the bottom of the layer manager and it's not showing up. Well, basically, the way how this works is whatever's on the top of the layer palette is essentially on the top of the design. Whatever's on the bottom is usually the background. So, to fix this, I'm going to go ahead and just hit this arrow and it launches right back to the top. I'm going to go ahead and X this out. Let's say you wanted your logo to fully cover the mixer. Well, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that. So, go ahead and find your design on your computer. Same process as before. If you notice, there's a couple options here. To start with colors, if you leave it at full color, it will stay in the same color that it is. So currently this is in black and white. So if that's what you wanted, you can go ahead and hit Save Designer and be on your way. But I just want to show you how this works. So I'm going to go ahead and click two colors. And if you notice, two palettes come up. So let's say you wanted to change this gray to yellow or blue. You can easily do it with a click of the mouse. I'm going to go ahead and leave it black. Moving down on the list, we have make white transparent. So if you hit apply, all the white on the design will actually be transparent. Same with black and white. If you hit apply, it'll instantly go black and white. Our design is obviously already black and white. Remove color. Let's say you had red in your design and you wanted to take it out. Well, you can do it with this tool. Or you wanted to replace the color, you can do it with this tool. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it how it is because this is how I want it. So go ahead and click Save to Designer. And if you notice, it instantly pops up. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to our layer manager. And I'm going to bring this below our skin. And if you notice, these gray boxes are covering pretty much the majority of this design. So a workaround for this is go ahead and hit the arrow. And if you come and mark out these grays, you'll notice the design comes back. So what you're left with is two shades of blue, red, and a couple whites. So if you notice, you got blue, blue, red, and white. So let's say you wanted to make them all red. You can easily do that. As I do this, you'll notice that the colors instantly change. So I'm going to go back to Edit Layers, and I want to show you a couple things in the actual design. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the arrow. If you notice, we have the color options like before. We have make black and white and make transparency. I just want to show you what those do really quick. Obviously, make black and white's not going to do anything because this is already black and white. But if I hit make transparent, you'll notice that it turns blue. And the reason it does that is because the layer beneath our logo is actually our background, which is blue. So the blue is actually shining through. So if that's not what you want, go ahead and just uncheck that. And again, we have size. So you can either use this or you can use the arrows. And we have position, center, left, right. I'm going to leave it centered. But a new tool that we didn't have before is our resolution. So I'm going to go ahead and drag this. And if you notice, when I do, a red bar comes out. What this means is the more red in your bar, the blurrier the image will be. So if you notice right here, it says this image has been resized to the point where it may appear blurred. So as I bring it down, the red goes away. So it's just something that you need to keep an eye out for. You don't want too much red in your bar. Again, the more red, the blurrier the image will be. Again, I'm going to unlock this, and I'm going to just bring the height up. And I'm going to go ahead and bring the width down. That looks about right to me. We have a couple more tools that I didn't really go over, but you can check them out if you want to. If you don't have your own design, you can come into the clip art. And if you notice, we have a couple different options here. DJ needles, boombox, mixtape, skylines, etc. So if you go ahead and click on one of these, we have different types of designs. Let's say this was a finished product for you. You have a couple options. You can email the design to yourself. You can email it to a friend. You can actually save the design and come back to it later. Or you can go ahead and just click Add to Cart. So if you want to do either email design or save design, you would just simply click on these tabs. You would have to make an account, but it is free and it only takes a couple minutes to do so. If you didn't want to do either of those, you can go ahead and just click Add to Cart. You can check out as a guest, or you can create an account. The perk of creating an account is you can actually track your order. But you don't have to do that, so I'm going to go ahead and just check out as a guest. So you want to name the design and just hit Save Template. And then hit Continue. Well, everything after this is pretty much basic. If you have any questions, please feel free to email us at support@turnlabels.net. We appreciate your business and we hope you come back to Turnlabels soon.